You know what you're doing?
All right, we're doctors.
Oh, won't be needing this then. Is he going to be okay?
We hope so.
You called it in?
Yes.
Did you see it happen?
We just found him here. I called the ambulance.
So, you moved him?
No choice.
Is that a tracheotomy?
We didn't have a tube, so Andrew snapped a biro and used that.
Wow.
There are deep lacerations to the neck. He's losing a lot of blood.
Make sure the ambos don't run you down. Hit run.
It looks like it. If you get a chance, check the victim for some ID.
Straight to room 1. Stabilise him and prepare him for theatre.
We'll need his clothes for forensic analysis.
I'll have them bagged and sent on.
He was bleeding to his neck, so
Just cash?
More like loose change, but there's a receipt from Anderson's Hardware.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'll chase up this first.
Glasgow coma score of about 4, I'd say.
So, is he going to be okay?
Lap of the gods.
I better get on. A great job. Thanks.
Look, I'd appreciate it if you stopped by the police station.
Can't wait till we have an outcome here. I'd like to see how he comes through.
Oh, Lord.
Old age creeping up on you?
It's got nothing to do with age, Jones. Traffic stats. I saw her up for the past month.
Oh, Falcon Price will be pleased.
Yes. Hey, just
I can shuffle papers, boss.
not big piles of them.
And next time, bend your knees. Even if you're sitting down.
Pete, Mr. Anderson said his son would have served him, but he won't be back in the shop for another half hour.
You're the best.
Hello, how can I help you?
Detective Hashem wanted to see us?
Tess Gallagher.
Yes. And you are?
Doctors Carmichael. Or your parents-in-law.
And you're pregnant. Andrew, she's pregnant.
What brings you to town?
We were visiting some friends who own a vineyard near Wombat Creek.
Right, so you're on your way to visit friends?
Yeah, for a nice weekend. And then this.
There you go.
Thank you.
Are you sure you're all right about Josh's parents turning up?
It's just awkward, that's all.
Well, try and take it in your stride. Try and talk things through. Don't get too stressed about
I'm
it.
not stressed.
So, you just found him by the side of the road?
We thought it was a kangaroo till we got close up. So we stopped, checked for a pulse. He was alive, but had head injuries, fractured jaw, in respiratory failure, so we performed the rather makeshift tracheotomy.
Did you see any other cars?
No.
No, we're too busy to check.
Before you moved him, was he in the middle of the road or on the shoulder?
He was at the edge of the gravel on his side.
We had to move him to operate.
There was no signs of impact. There was no broken headlight glass. There was no skid marks.
Sorry, we can't be of any help.
No, you have been a great help. And if I could, I'd like you to stay in town just for tonight, just in case we've got some further questions to ask you.
The Imperial's good, nice food and stuff.
No problem?
No. We have some personal business to follow up on now anyway.
Boss, we've got a name for our hit-run victim.
Does Danny Malloy ring any bells?
Oh, no arrests that I know of. He likes a drop, though. I had to confiscate his car keys once, deliver him home. Got a place down on the end of Acacia Road. Grows spuds, I think.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. Your husband's been taken to the hospital, though, and he's going to...
I knew something like this would happen.
It's okay, Mum.
You knew it would happen?
One day, just...
He gets drunk. Well, he does.
He takes the odd drink, but...
Had he been drinking today?
Come home drunk to Savo. Went off to get some fresh air, clear his head. Some bastard in a truck must hit him and just kept going. We get big trucks on the road up there. I don't want to see his body. Don't ask me to go with you.
No, he's in a critical condition, but he's not dead.
He's alive.
Yeah.
No, 2 doctors found him. They kept him going until the ambulance arrived.
He's just been operated on.
What happened? Who did it?
Well, we're investigating that now.
Steady. Grab the ute.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor says you can see him now, but he's still critical. There's a lot of tubes and stuff helping him breathe, so try not to be worried, OK?
Thank you.
It's just the room on the left there.
He's going to get better, right?
Let's hope so.
So, in your opinion, Doc, was he hit by a car?
He has broken jaw. He has a fractured skull. He has lacerations to the head, the neck, both arms and one shoulder. One arm is broken in 3 places. However, in my experience, cars can do almost anything.
Well, none of the panel beaters I've spoken to have had any cars brought in today with damage we're looking for.
I mean, either.
Given the extent of Danny Malloy's injuries, maybe the truck's a better bet than a car.
What about bull bars? That'd explain the lack of debris.
It doesn't explain the lack of tyre tracks.
Unless it was deliberate and there was no intention to stop.
What do you reckon, Sarge?
Sorry? I'm petrified. I won't be able to eat a thing.
I'll come and hold your hand if you want.
Would you?
Sure.
I would love that.
It's going to be fine.
Oh, what? Bloody hell. What an idiot.
Nothing a bit of dry cleaning won't fix it.
Try cleaning fix clumsiness as well.
So how's your steak, Dr. Carmichael?
It's hand-read, please. That's very good.
Mine's a little rare. Given my profession, you'd think I wouldn't be squeamish about the sight of blood.
Fine anywhere except on a plate, eh?
All right. I know this isn't exactly a private conversation now, but I have to ask. How many weeks pregnant are you, Teresa?
It's Tess. I'm 23 weeks.
I don't know if Josh told you. I'm a gynecologist.
No.
No. Seems there's quite a lot he didn't tell you.
Eve.
For instance, did he tell you about his sexual persuasion?
Well, not before we were married. You know, I don't really think this is the time.
And he didn't tell you before you fell pregnant?
Mrs. Carmichael.
Are you sure it's his baby?
Hey.
It's okay, Evan.
No, that was way out of line.
Was it?
Yes, it was. It's way out of line.
I really am very sorry. This has all been incredibly difficult for us.
Well, it hasn't exactly been a picnic for Tess either.
I know. I hear. Tess, I apologise. This isn't how I meant it to be.
I don't think it's how any of us meant it to be.
You okay?
No, I'm not.
You're getting a headache?
Yeah. Look, please don't think this is an excuse, but I'm going to have to head home, I think. Come and find me tomorrow. I live just behind the police station. Night.
Please, I'll get this. It's the least we can do.
Thank you. I don't think I could have got through it without you.
Except you didn't get through it. No, I think she was genuinely sorry. So I think it's okay. She was just upset.
Maybe.
And he's nice. Too nice to have a son like Josh, but... Look, I'll get you something for that headache.
Evan, no. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Listen, thank you. Again. Morning, boss.
Morning.
Did you get any sleep?
What's this?
Headache.
You should go back to bed. We can manage.
Honestly, I'm fine.
Well, there were deep gashes to the head, linear lacerations.
Any gravel or dirt embedded?
No, they were clean wounds.
What about his neck?
Well, it was a very deep cut. He was lucky he hadn't severed one of the main arteries.
He had a badly broken arm, according to Dr. Habibi.
So I believe, but I had no idea of that at the time.
Defensive injury, maybe.
You think he was attacked?
Oh, I don't know. But it's our problem, not yours. Thanks for your help.
Sorry if we messed up your weekend.
Oh, not at all. We have an incipient grandchild that needs discussing.
And we have a couple of bridges to mend.
Incipient. Oh, look it up.
Maybe your new glasses are doing it.
I had the headaches before the glasses.
Glasses?
Tess, we were hoping to see you.
Hi.
Just... What's this about new glasses?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just, I was getting some blurred vision, so I went to the optometrist.
How long ago?
A few days.
Have you been getting any swelling, hands, feet, ankles?
Well...
OK, I think we better take a look. 130/90.
That's not bad, is it?
Could be worse. But if it was, I'd have you in hospital. Your blood pressure's elevated, which by itself would suggest hypertension. But your ankles are swollen. Then there's the headaches, the blurred vision. You have preeclampsia, my girl. OK,
okay? That can be serious, can't it?
You need to rest. Get your blood pressure down.
I've been taking it easy.
No, I'm talking about real rest, Tess. Or you could lose your baby.
What is this condition?
Well, it's a bit like Tess's body is rejecting the baby.
Like a transplant?
Exactly. The high blood pressure, headaches, fuzzy vision, they're all typical symptoms. Like the swollen ankles.
So we all thought that that was a part of the whole pregnancy thing.
So, Tess, complete rest until the baby is born, yes?
We'll see.
No ifs or buts, Tess. This is a life-threatening condition for both of you.
Thanks for your concern, but to be honest, I hardly know either of you. So I'm going to talk to my own doctor before I make any decisions.
No breaking, no skidding, no sign of impact.
No evidence, so why are we here?
Because there is no evidence. How do you hit someone on a straight piece of road?
Easy if they're drunk and they step straight out in front of you.
They'd have to brake. I mean, there'd be tyre marks.
What if you didn't see them?
Well, if it was a truck, it'd be all over the shop.
Well, so what hit him?
Right. It's daylight. Nice, straight piece of road. You can see clearly in both directions. It's just an unlikely place to run someone down.
But
it's a great place to dump a body.
So you think this might be some sort of domestic dispute disguised to look like hit and run?
Dulcie at the railway reckons he's a bit fond of his grog.
And the son said he came home drunk. I mean, maybe laid into the missus and she finally snapped. Laid right back into him with a frying pan.
Kath, look, she's tiny.
Yeah, I wouldn't say boo to a goose, but most women in that position just sit back and take it.
I think I'm getting a whiff of incipient sexism.
Sorry?
I looked it up.
Oh. Well, my money's on the boy.
And then again, he doesn't really seem like the type either.
But there is that bruise on his cheek, and you're going to have to sack a spuds with one hand.
Women do fight back every once in a while, you know. It's called battered wife syndrome.
I'm not discounting it. It's just speculation at the moment.
What is?
Don't get into it. Should hit you with a frying pan.
Sergeant, have you got a moment?
If I'm allowed to walk over there.
Sit. Come on. How are the ankles?
Fat.
Yeah, which is why you should be resting.
What's going on?
Nothing, but I do have eyes and ears.
And?
And a very well-respected doctor has told you you need complete rest. Now, you should be listening to what she's saying. This is for your baby's welfare as well as your own.
This is all Evan's idea, isn't it?
Nothing to do with Evan.
But Dr. Carmichael's just laying it on thick because...
Because she's worried about your welfare.
I've been to see my own doctor.
Oh, and he says Eve Carmichael's wrong. Does he?
Not in so many words. He's running some tests to confirm the diagnosis.
And I'm telling you to take sick leave immediately.
There's a line, Evan, and you've crossed it.
Tess, will you calm
And that
down?
line's between friendship and interfering.
Tess.
And you're interfering!
He was only trying to help.
And nobody's asking for your help, and nobody's asking for your help either.
Well, your mother-in-law did.
No, my ex-mother-in-law, and I'm sure she's got her own agenda.
Maybe we should take this through to the residence.
Oh, so I can take my leave? That's right. I've got to take sick leave because of you until medical evidence disputes the diagnosis.
Look, you're sick, and we're all worried.
And yelling is not going to help your blood pressure,
And you
Tess.
think you know about pregnancy?
Tess, call the doctor now.
We're done. You can come in now.
Yeah, you too. Stop biting.
You did right to call me. Her blood pressure was dangerously high.
Not surprised.
It's stable now, but this is exactly my point, Tess. You have no room to move. No tolerance for stress of any kind.
Well, I think we'd all agree that policing can be a very stressful business.
So, the law according to Carmichael. Bugger the tests. You have to choose now. Job or baby. It's that simple.
There are no alternatives.
Oh, yeah, there are alternatives, like rushing into hospital if your blood pressure keeps going up like this. Possible seizure that could kill both of you. Or how about a termination to save just you? Need I be clearer?
Complete rest, then. Do what you say.
Good. But I mean complete. No work of any kind, not even housework or cooking. Don't muck about with preeclampsia. Clear?
Clear. But all that seems to suggest a full-time carer.
So? What's the problem?
The problem is who?
I've got to get back in there. Danny isn't doing too good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Took a pretty bad knock.
Yeah. Hey, what about Stevie? He's got a pretty bad bruise too.
Just... stringer broke. He got whacked with a paling.
Kath, we're thinking that, maybe you're not doing too well. As a family. And that your husband gets drunk and beats you up.
No. He's never laid a finger on me.
He gets drunk, that's all. He ain't hiding nothing.
Get along fine most of the time.
Most of the time?
All families have their ups and downs.
You know, Stevie, we're thinking that, this thing with your father, it wasn't a hit and run, he was actually attacked.
Yeah?
Yeah. The sharp-edged weapon, judging by his wounds. So, Mrs. Malloy, we'd like to search your property.
We haven't done anything. You've got no reason to want to search.
We're just trying to find the truth.
So get a warrant. You want to search our place, then you can get a bloody warrant.
Does it cover every building on the property?
Yep.
Good on you. Got the camera?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey! You okay? No, you're not.
What?
You okay, Tess?
Yeah, you guys ready at work, hey?
PJ and I can execute the warrant. Why don't you stay here?
Yeah, thanks. Hey, what's going on? We can stand here all over if we have to. I don't care.
I suppose I better say this out loud. This baby, really important to me. But I don't have the resources to be flat on my back for 3 months.
We can sort something out.
I can't afford a carer. I don't have any family.
What about us? We're your family.
It's not possible. I'm gonna have to have a termination.
What?
It's my decision. No, not a decision. It's all I can do. I don't have a choice.
I'm not doing so well.
We had a drought. Late season rains don't fix that. Spuds are the size of marbles.
Stevie, what's in the sheds?
Nothing.
It's interesting. Shiniest thing in the place.
So?
So it looks like it's been washed recently. And given that water is such a precious commodity,
Veg.
looks like it's been washed too.
Cleaned the ute. Shovel must have been in it, so what?
Back that for evidence. And we'll be impounding the ute too, mate. But it's harder to wash off than you think.
If he held his arm up like this to protect himself, it's possible.
So he'd need to be hit a couple of times for the multiple breaks to result, right?
Yes, but a shovel would make cuts.
Well, there were. His head, his neck and shoulder.
If he'd blocked the blows with his arm, could the handle of the shovel done this?
Yes, I suppose.
Well, what about his head injury, his jaw?
If swung with sufficient force.
Sufficient force, so someone quite strong then.
Yes.
Malloy gets home drunk and there's a fight with this shovel.
Yeah, Dad goes down, Stevie chucks him in the back of the ute and dumps him in Acacia Road.
Not to save his mum from going another round with the old man.
Well, that's the theory.
So the boy must have assumed he was dead and wouldn't be able to tell anyone what really happened.
Well, maybe we should get over to the hospital. Make sure the boy doesn't shut him up permanently.
Way ahead of you, Jones. You've already sent Ben there.
Hello, can I help you?
Constable Jones.
Oh, that's me.
I got your message. I came as soon as I could.
Please come through.
So where is she?
Tess, got a surprise for you. Solution to all your problems. Look who's come to take care of you.
Mum. Hello, Sweetkins.
Mum, get her out of here now.
Sit down. You're not supposed to be standing.
I can't yell when I'm sitting down.
So don't yell.
I thought I made it clear about interfering. I don't want her here.
Is she really that bad?
Yes.
Tess, isn't it worth trying to get things back on track with her? For the baby's sake?
There aren't any tracks, Evan.
All right, so build some. You need someone to take care of you, and she seems willing enough. She didn't hesitate for a second when I asked her.
Probably because she's behind on the rent and she needs somewhere to stay.
Hello?
Hi, Mum!
At least try. She is. If you don't think it'll work, we can come up with a plan B.
Supplies. Oh, aren't you a beautiful girl? These are gorgeous things, eh? Now you just put your feet up and I'll get a cup of tea into you, Sweetkins. Sweet. Then I'll get the dinner on. Remember how much you like your fish fingers.
Yeah, when I was 5. I'm sure they'll be great, Mum.
Just like old times, eh?
Yeah.
It's going to work. She'll come round. G'day.
Look, there are cups, Mum.
Oh, keep it informal. Besides, you can't get much in those punsy things, can you? No point having a cup of tea in a thimble, is there?
Exactly what I say. So, Tess, how are you feeling? Has the headache settled?
It was starting to, yeah.
Now, I know she needs round-the-clock care, so I was thinking I might take her and the pooch back to Melbourne with me. She'd travel all right, wouldn't she?
Mum.
Oh, I'm sure she'd be fine.
Mum, I haven't even decided what I'm going to do yet.
And then you could keep a professional eye on her and the little one. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And cheaper, too. All in the family.
Tell me about Plan B.
You might not like it.
Can't get any worse than Plan A, can it? I've got to get rid of her.
Just give her a chance, Tess.
If I have to watch any more daytime television, I think I'll kill her.
Tell her it gives you a headache.
And what do I tell her about the fish fingers and the serving tea to my guests and those mugs and calling me Sweetkins all the time?
She's your mother. She loves you. You're being childish.
She was never there when I needed her before. What makes you think she's going to be any help now? You know, she hasn't mentioned anything about Bridie.
And can you blame her?
Or that second husband of hers, or any of her boyfriends, or anything important. She just skates around things. Always has.
So make her talk about it. You said that you had no options. This may not be your favourite, but it's a chance for you and your baby.
Out of the question. Please tell me about Plan B. You said you had one.
Yeah, I have.
And?
The Carmichaels are their grandparents also, so maybe they could help.
I can't ask them for anything.
Sweetkins, our show's starting. You're going to miss the wedding.
I'm not really big on weddings at the moment, Mum. So why don't you and Puddles check it out? I'll be in a minute. Can I?
Stevie, shouldn't be long.
Stuff you.
Can I see whoever's in charge?
Yes, Senior Sergeant Croyd.
Why is he doing this? Dragging my boy off from the hospital.
I'm sure Senior Detective Hasham wouldn't be bothering either of you at a time like this
Yeah,
if he didn't feel there was sufficient reason, Mrs. Miller.
No. What? You want to talk to Stevie? I want to be in there as well.
Mum.
Look, sorry, but it just doesn't work that way.
He is only 16.
That's why we're waiting for a social worker to arrive.
But he has done nothing.
Mrs. Malloy, your husband wasn't hit by a car. He was attacked.
There will be a social worker present to look after your son's interests, Mrs. Malloy, but I'm sorry, you cannot be there.
Boss. Why not?
Because you could be an accessory after the fact.
I'm not.
Well, if that's the case, we'll sort it out.
No. There's no after the fact about it. It was me. I was the one that did it. Not Stevie.
Mrs. Malloy, before this goes any further, I have to tell you that the hospital just called. I'm terribly sorry, but your husband has died.
What happened?
It all just got too much for the both of us. Drought, bills. Smallest thing would push him over the edge. Yesterday, Danny come home drunk, and he gave Stevie a larrapin.
So he hit Stevie?
That's how he got the bruise. When I saw it, I just went off Miss Con, and Danny gone off to dig the spot, so I got the shovel, and I went after him, and I just bashed him with it.
How many times?
I'm not sure. I was mad a few.
Did he try to defend himself, hit you?
It all happened too fast. I don't know, maybe he tried to protect himself.
Well, then what?
Then what?
Well, when you thought you'd killed him, you tried to make it look like a hit-run.
I got scared. I put him in the ute. I drove down the road and I dumped him.
How much do you weigh, Mrs. Malloy?
Sorry?
About 45 kilos?
But I don't... What's it got to do with it?
Your husband would be at least twice that, wouldn't he? How did you get him into the ute?
I got him under the arms and I just heaved him into the tray. I'm stronger than I look. Try working with spuds half your life.
And Stevie had nothing to do with it?
No. He didn't even know about it.
Where was he?
I'm not sure. He was in the house.
She's lying. She's protecting the boy.
She is his mother. You can hardly blame her, and it's hard to disprove her story. I mean, a confession is a confession.
Yeah, a false one. You've seen how big Danny Malloy is.
But she is saying that it was premeditated. I mean, we have to make sure she understands what that means.
Won't a homicide do that? You know, they're on their way.
All right, I'll get on to DHS, see if I can find out what's keeping him. In the meantime, we've got to talk to the kid before the hommies weigh in.
Oh, Eve, Andrew.
We got your message.
If I were to get a place in Melbourne, do you think that you might be able to just keep an eye on things or, I don't know, help out in some way just until the baby's born?
Oh, of course, but...
What about your mother? Shouldn't she be part of this discussion?
No. No, I don't want her to be part of the discussion or the baby or anything. That's why I sent her out. So that we could talk.
Are we missing something?
No, no. It's just the way things are with me and my mum. We don't get along. She doesn't even really want to be here.
Oh, well. If that's the case, I'm sure we can help. In fact, I think we can do better for both you and the baby.
Hello?
Denise.
Am I missing something?
Mum? It was a mistake asking you to come here. I'm sorry. I know that you don't want to be here any more than...
Than what? Than you want me here?
Yes. I suppose so.
I see. Well, as long as everything's clear, then the shopping. You might find it more to your liking.
Mum,
Come on.
Denise, where are you going? Don't go!
What's the point in staying?
You're her mother.
I was a useless mother. Too young to get it right, I suppose. And God knows her dad was no help.
Look, I'm sorry I dragged you into this whole thing. I shouldn't have interfered.
I was glad you did. I just wanted the chance to get something right for once. For Tess. Thought this might be my big chance. That hope, huh?
I'm sure she didn't mean what she said.
Oh, she meant it all right. She thinks I'm a waste of space. Maybe she's right.
But she needs you.
No, she doesn't. Tess hasn't needed me since she was a tiny little girl. Why should she change now?
I'll talk to her.
No. She's made a decision. I'll go. Oh, can you go and get my bag out of the bedroom? I can't go back in there.
Sounds lovely.
What's this?
Eve and Andrew say that I don't need to find a place. They've got an apartment at the back of their house.
Well, that's great, eh?
Yeah, it's great.
When will you be leaving?
We were thinking we might all head back tomorrow.
Right. Well, leave you to sort it all out. Let's get back to work.
Don't try and talk me round. I just want my bag and then I'm off.
Well, fine. If you want it, you can go and get it yourself.
Okay.
And while you're at it, why don't you check out how happy your daughter is?
I don't need to. She said she wanted me gone.
And you just leapt at the chance, didn't you? As usual. Cut and run as soon as she pushes you away.
You don't know anything about it.
No, I know what I think. And I think she pushes you away because she's scared of losing you all over again. And I think that's why she pretends she doesn't care.
Or love me? Do you think people can pretend that too?
People pretend they don't love people all the time. Denise, this is your last chance, you know that, don't you?
Hey, Stevie. Thought you might want something.
I don't.
Right, well, anyway, we're still waiting for the social worker to arrive. You know what, Benny? Maybe we should get him off to the hospital, get those injuries checked out instead.
Yeah, maybe.
What injuries?
Well, the bruise on your cheek.
It's fine.
How'd it happen?
Just fell over.
What, so a stringer didn't break? You didn't get hit with a paling?
What?
Here you go. Listen, protecting your son... I can understand it, but what good's it going to do him if you end up in jail? If it's true, if you went to get the shovel and then went down to the paddock after him, that's premeditation, right? But if he attacked you, if he hurt you... He did, didn't he? Come on, show me.
It's just a knock from ages ago.
I think we should get it checked out anyway. Yeah?
Yes, it's definitely broken.
Can you tell how recently?
Most recently. There's no healing, for instance, and the bruising is very livid. And see here? These are all breaks. Healed without setting properly.
How many?
4, 5, maybe more.
Out there. No neighbours, she told nobody. She didn't even get treatment.
Poor woman.
Poor bloody kid. Kath, your husband has been beating you up for years, hasn't he?
So I lie about it?
Stevie knew about it, didn't he?
No.
I think he did, Kath. And I think your husband laid into you one too many times and Stevie bashed him.
No, it was me.
Do you really expect me to believe that you lifted your husband onto a ute with a broken wrist.
It was me.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Get them up.
Just go easy, PJ.
Don't worry, I know.
Boss, you got a minute?
This isn't another one of your plans for Gallagher's welfare, is it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Mrs. Malloy, come through. Now, I know this is a bad time, so I'd like to get this cleared up as soon as we can.
Nothing to clear up.
Okay, let's get the facts straight, shall we? Now, Danny came home and he bashed you, right?
Stevie. He bashed Stevie.
Sorry, he bashed Stevie. You got mad and you went after him with a shovel.
Yes.
All right, now, Stevie... Mate, where were you again?
In the house.
Right, he was in the house fixing his bruise in the house while you loaded your husband in a ute with a broken wrist.
Yes. Told you.
And you took to him with a shovel and you hit him where, Kath?
Everywhere. I can't remember exactly.
Stevie, your dad did bash you, didn't he?
No, I fell over.
Huh? What about the fence post?
I fell over.
Doesn't matter. He wasn't
Mum?
there.
No, let her go. She's been bashed up for the last 15 years. Why should you let her take the easy route now, Steve?
You bastard.
She's a tough woman, your mother. She can look after herself. She'll need that in jail.
She can't. She can't look after herself.
Stevie.
She took your father down.
No,
Stevie.
she didn't. She never did. She just sat back and she took it every single time.
Not this time, Stevie.
Him yelling about the bills and about the water. He thumped her and I heard it. She started to cry, so he threw her across the room. I thought, that's it. That's the last time, and I went and I got the shovel.
Go on.
He went off to dig spuds like nothing had even happened. So I crept up behind him and I whacked him with the shovel. He was a tough bugger, though. He got up and he came at me roaring with blood pouring down his face. I had to keep knocking him down until he didn't get back up.
Stevie.
I thought that he was dead. I loaded him in the ute and I dumped him. Just like you said. Mum didn't know anything about it until you came.
The court will take everything into account, you know.
He won't go to jail.
I'm sorry, Kath. It's not up to us.
Who is that?
Me.
Come in.
I've brought you a couple of visitors.
The ambush was my idea. Tess, you can't leave like this.
Yes, I can. We've both made our choices.
I didn't. I wasn't given a choice. I was given your decision.
Mum, I can't do this.
All I'm asking for is another chance.
I can't count the number of chances I've given you.
And I blew them, okay. But that doesn't mean I ever stopped caring for you or loving you and hating myself for the screw-ups. But I've got my act together now. With Bridie's kids, I had to. And I can do it for you too.
You gotta give her points for persistence.
Tess, I would never have been a party to this if I hadn't thought something worthwhile might have come out of it. We care about you too, you know.
I promise not to buy any more fish fingers.
As you'll soon discover, there's a very special bond between mother and child. But it's very fragile. It takes an awful lot of effort from both sides for it not to break. Have you put in enough effort?
What he said.
I can manage.
Doctor's orders. You still angry with me?
Haven't decided yet.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Great. Well, this is it then.
Mum,
Don't argue. Hey, you keep an eye on Joe's paperwork.
I will do. Look after Bub.
Joanna or Joseph, both wonderful middle names.
Really? I'll remember that.
See ya. Good luck. Good luck.
You keep an eye on that one, won't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll miss you. Look after the baby. Hey?
Yeah. Couldn't be angry with you, boss.
Good. Look after yourself.
Thank you. Hey, you, over the back. Come on. Better get her back to Melbourne before she eats the car seat. Bye.
Right. See ya.
Bye.
Think she'll be okay? Oh, yeah, they'll be all right. All three of them. Yeah, you'll be okay.